What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We have got this beautiful winter wonderland around us. I'm out here today doing an improvised hot tent. I've got a canvas drop cloth. I'm gonna tie off some buttons on it. And my mom had this old rusty wood stove sitting around in the barn she said I could use. I never pictured myself doing a hot tent video. I like doing long fires and lean-tos, and that's more my speed. But when she called me and said she had that, I said, hey, let's try it out. So without further ado, let's get into it. For my design, sorry guys about the shades, but it's bright out here. For my design today, I'm gonna be doing a bipod and a ridge pole that goes back and ties off to the trunk of a tree. So that means I need 3 poles. I should be able to find what I need on this bunch of downed wood here. Yep. So this will be a good one. So that's one good one. Ooh. Okay. All right, so I tried to measure this out as best as I could before I came. It does not look like it's gonna work out. I'm gonna have to make some modifications to this tarp in order to use it next time. But I brought my regular tarp and I just measured it out and it looks like it's gonna be fine to work for this thing. So we're gonna get that tarp set up. Things do not always go according to plan, especially when you are watching Sam Bananas in the outdoors. That just means you gotta improvise. I got some ideas of how to fix this and we'll try it out on the next one. Okay, so this is either gonna work or it's not. If it doesn't, I'm gonna have to pack all this stuff up and hike it all the way back to the car. And I've had to do it before, but I really, really hope that doesn't happen. Because I don't have a stove jack, I don't really have a proper hot tent. So we're gonna light this sucker and we're gonna see what happens. Pretty crazy. It is very warm next to the stove, which I anticipated. I figured the warmth would be there. What I didn't anticipate was one of the legs was missing. That is causing the stove to tip. So I have to get something figured out there. Plus I have to gather more firewood. So I got my work cut out for me here. But I got a warm stove and I got a warm little tent area here. So working out pretty good so far. Okay, so this thing was starting to look a bit precarious. It seemed like it was kind of tipping. What I really don't want is to wake up with tarp on fire because the thing tipped over. Door fell out and a bunch of flaming wood came out. That would not be a good thing. I am missing one of the legs. I cut a piece of wood and I replaced it and it fits well, but I can't imagine that is gonna hold up overnight. So I've got to figure out some kind of solution for what I can do, and I'm not 100% positive. By the time I get back with you guys, it's probably gonna be dark. All right, so here's the update. The wooden leg seems to be holding pretty stable. However, even when I take it out, it's still pretty stable. I mean, I don't see how that much pressure would get pushed on it for it to tip. On the flip side, I don't want to wake up and have half my face burned off. Oh, this is such a predicament. So what I decided I'm gonna do is I've got some firewood. I've got this thing positioned so if it does tip, it's just gonna fall this direction, or even if it fell this direction, I don't think it's gonna hurt anything, but I'm right here. So that's the thing. So I can grab a piece of wood like this and I can scoot it away. I got tons of snow if the embers fall out, or I don't know, I'm just trying to think of all the worst case scenarios here. So I decided what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna test it out. I'm gonna stoke it up all the way full. I'm gonna let it burn down to coals, and then we're gonna see where we're at. I have to make a fire over here too because I have to cook. I can't cook on this thing. It's just round. There's it's not like those nicer ones that have, a flat top or, some kind of attachment so that you can put pots and pans and stuff there. So, the other thing is I forgot the banana flask. You probably noticed no banana flask. Forgetting the banana flask is always a bad omen, but that's probably a good thing because I haven't had any alcohol to drink because I may have to hike out, which will take a long time to get all this stuff out. I have to stay sober in case I have to drive. We're gonna try this out. We're gonna see if it works. What else can I do? All right, so it's holding up pretty well so far. It hasn't tipped over, nothing's happened. I'm gonna stoke it up again because it's starting to die down, but I am starting to feel pretty good about it. So I'm gonna try stoking it up again, leaving it, not touching it, and just chill out for a little while. So it is incredibly warm near the thing, so that's great. All right, so I just barely brushed up against the stove, and there is a massive hole in this jacket now. So this jacket's ruined. I had a little bit of Gorilla Tape on my fire steel, and I'm not confident that's gonna hold. And I have to leave if this doesn't hold. So I've got that on there in my first aid kit. I've got way more medical tape than I need. Oh, it's always something, I swear to God. That sucks. I liked that jacket a lot, and this jacket is ruined now. That should hold overnight. It's enough to keep me out here. Part of the fun of doing this type of camping is putting yourself in a crazy situation, and what do you do when something goes wrong? That's the thing. First and foremost, the thing you can control is your attitude. The stove is working fine. I'm gonna go ahead and say I trust the stove. I'm gonna stay the night. So this is part of the fun. What do you do when something goes wrong? I didn't have a patch kit, but I did have Gorilla Tape. I put the Gorilla Tape on and it's so freaking cold, it didn't stick. But I did have the medical tape, and the medical tape is holding the Gorilla Tape on. You know, what are you gonna do? That thing is putting out an enormous amount of heat. So as long as I'm near it, I'm not super cold. So I'm gonna call this a success so far. Little update here. In the bag that my mom gave me, found these little attachments so I can cook on this thing. I took the water from my water bottle and put it into the kettle because I learned the last time that it froze. So it's freezing in there, but I'm just gonna heat that water up. I've got this Knorr pasta cheesy cheddar, kind of like a cheesy rotini, kind of instant meal. I'm gonna cook that. Got some bacon bits to go in there, and then I've got a little extra cheese to put on top of it. So the packet calls for 2 cups of water. I've got a nice little line in here that measures out exactly 1 cup. Woo! And there's 2. So we'll let that come to a boil. All right, well, I cannot get the water to boil. I can get it warm, but I can't cook that food, so I put it back in my pack. This has been one of those trips. So I'm just gonna have this Swiss Miss hot chocolate. This will be nice. I'm excited for this. Well, that's one good thing. Cheers. I'm gonna finish this up, then I'm gonna get the stove close and in here as I can. I'm gonna go in the back. I'm gonna pile up all my wood so that I can stoke the stove without having to get up too much over the nighttime. Oh, and then I'm gonna hit the hay because I'm exhausted. Check back with you guys in a bit. What are we waiting for? Not too bad. Surprised how warm it is in here. Okay. That's enough for me. I'm exhausted. Good night, YouTube. Good morning, everybody. Well, I've had better camps and I've had worse camps, but I made it through the night. Figured out a way around everything that went wrong, and I am ready to get up, get packed up, and get the heck out of here. No coffee this morning, no breakfast. I'm packing up. I'm heading straight for the car. That was a rough night's sleep. I was up at least once an hour, stoking that stove. Feet were a little chilly, but overall it wasn't that bad. But I'm just ready to get to the car and get home to see my wife. Oh, I'll show you the before and after. All right, so here's the before. Woo. Oh, all right, everybody. That's another one in the books. We made it through the night. Campsite's all cleaned up. Already got a fun idea for the next video. As always, I really appreciate everybody stopping by. We're gonna catch you on the next one. Bye.